today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 6 of the NFL.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Rivers. Going to throw right side here, complete.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now they try the right side here. Finds a seam inside the 40, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And to give this time to the tailback. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved down. Throwing Rivers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number one wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number one guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But it's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number one guy, and they're ready to step up.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the give, here's Portis. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, Starr. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 20. After 1 on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Rivers. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Play fake. Rivers. He finds his man complete. It's Brooks. And he's got this down to the 35. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 1st down, Rivers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll make it 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Now Rivers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the 2nd part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Not much there, only a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw on second down. Starr. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Clayton. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
The Raven offense going to take over late.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
To throw on second down, Starr, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Starr. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin with an always physical one in the NFC East. Heated rivals, Dallas and Philadelphia, at it again. And that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. Noah Brown, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Jordan Love has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Starr. He finds his man. Complete. It's Clayton. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They hand it off to Portis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go right back to the ground with Portis. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. Back to throw. Starr. They set up the screen to Portis. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rivers.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rivers.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They'll throw again. Rivers. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, we're trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Here comes Reed.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man complete. It's Clayton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's Portis, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
I have to think look, a major focus of the halftime Minks had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On first down, Starr hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go, timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Rivers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. To the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays because it, of course, could have pushed this to a 2-possession deficit for them.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw on second down. Starr.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Rivers. Incomplete. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. Rivers now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done, but they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
To throw on 2nd down. Starr. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Starr. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll run it here with Portis. Muscles him off. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Starr got a man. It's Brown. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Starr. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Starr.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Rivers again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Rivers.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now a carry for Portis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing on 1st down. Starr got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. To throw on 2nd down. Starr.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. From the gun on 3rd down. Starr. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Well, they have certainly done their best to get him the football in this one as they hook up on another completion there. And maybe that lack of involvement, Charles, that's a thing of the past now.
Well, I think, partner, that's their love language with him, right? throwing the football to him. That's what he wants, right? That's their way of saying, we need you. We don't need any more disharmony on the team. We have to function as one unit. And if we throw you the football, we expect good things to happen as a result.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So the Ravens now down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. On 1st and 10, Starr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
And now here's a carry heading left. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end a drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing would have been better a touchdown. Now they'll be looking to get the stop and lead to that here on the next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Looking to throw on second down. Starr. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bengals, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on